Joining us now from Washington is the new host of Face the Nation and CBS News senior foreign affairs correspondent Margaret Brennan. Margaret, hi, and a big congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, Jessica.
We're so excited. Now, you said earlier this week on CBS This Morning you want to continue the tradition of conversations on Face the Nation, not all this yelling back and forth. Tell us a little bit more about what to expect.
No, you're exactly right. And I know that this gun debate, gun conversation that this country is having right now is something that people have really been inundated with over the past 2 weeks since that Florida shooting. We want to talk about where you might see change happen most quickly, and we believe that maybe at the local level. We're going to have two governors with us, the governor of Arkansas, Asa Hutchinson, a Republican, and the Democratic governor of the state of Connecticut, Dan Malloy, who's going to talk to us about what they went through in the wake of that Sandy Hook massacre and that conversation had at the time about putting armed guards at schools. The NRA supported that. The president of the United States now supports that idea in the wake of the Florida shooting. What works, what doesn't, what were some of the local regulations within the state of Connecticut that they put in place to try to prevent another Sandy Hook massacre from happening again? And we're doing this because this conversation in Washington is so heated, you may see local movement before you see federal movement. And we're going to bring in some survivors from Columbine, from Sandy Hook, from other shootings as well, to talk about how, as activists now, they think things can be improved. Is it creating a new law, or is it something completely different here when it comes to school safety? And
really interesting, too, to kind of take it to that local level where things could move in different directions than at the federal level. Also, you guys, we've had so much movement in the Russia investigation. We were just talking about it here on our broadcast about Rick Gates pleading guilty. Will you guys be touching on that? I know you've certainly been covering it.
We have, and we'll dig into that with our political panel. We do have a great group of journalists to make sense of that. And really, the bottom line at this point seems to be that with this decision by Rick Gates to now cooperate with the special counsel, Bob Mueller, who's leading that FBI special probe into Russian election meddling from the presidential election in 2016, this seems to be Rick Gates agreeing to cooperate, perhaps provide evidence, and we don't know what kind of evidence yet, but it will put his former business partner, Paul Manafort, who chaired the Trump campaign, in some more complicated legal territory.
All right, Margaret Brennan will be watching on Sunday. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
And don't forget, you can watch Face the Nation with Margaret Brennan Sunday morning at 10:30. It's happening right here on CBS 3.